everyone, welcome back to Cranio Family Vlog. We are talking about craniosynostosis this month for Cranio Awareness Month in September. And today we are answering the question, when are most children diagnosed with cranio?
Well, the most frequent time that a child with craniosynostosis is diagnosed as such is at birth. Usually there is a very unique presentation, which means how does the child look when the child is born, and that tells the doctors that there's something going on, and they'll take some x-rays and CT scans and MRIs, and if there's not already a specialist in the hospital, they may get referred to children plastics or a craniofacial specialization team or a neurosurgeon, which will more often be more comfortable making the diagnosis of craniosynostosis. That is the majority of the time. There are many people who feel like there's something wrong. They're looking at the head shape for their child and they're like, there's just something that's a little bit different, and they start going to the pediatrician and asking the pediatrician, and this goes on sometime for the first 3 to 6 months. Sometimes it goes on for the first couple years of the child's life before an actual diagnosis is confirmed. The issue with an early diagnosis for most children is that there is a chance that the child doesn't have a syndrome. If the child has a syndrome, it can easily be identified because most doctors have heard of things like Apert syndrome or Cousins, but they aren't very much aware of just standalone non-syndromatic craniosynostosis. And that's usually what throws most doctors for a loop and has them reach out to other doctors and reaching out for information.
Yeah, typically if the doctor within the first 24 hours doesn't diagnose cranio, it is usually the mom or dad. Primarily we hear about the mom just noticing that there's something unusual about the head shape and commenting and being told they'll grow out of it, the head shape will round out eventually. And in typical children, it does. The shape of the head does round out over the first few weeks to months. But with cranio kids, it doesn't. In fact, it gets more misshapen and it's more obvious as the child gets older. And so typically most children are, if not formally diagnosed, they're at least, there are concerns raised within the first few weeks by the parents as well.
The most important thing to think about and to always remember, and this goes for everything, not just cranio, for anything involving your kids, 99.9% of the time, if mommy or daddy thinks something's wrong, you need to go see a doctor and have that doctor until that pang, that worry is quashed. If you think that there's a issue with the shape of your child's head, don't stop asking questions until you don't think there's an issue anymore.
Yes, and that is something I have told moms time and time again, either face-to-face in conversation or on different social media support groups. If you feel something is wrong, if you have something, if there's something going on that you can't really put your finger on what it is, but you know there's something that is not normal, keep asking questions. Keep asking questions. If there are answers, they will be found, and you can find second opinions, and you can just keep searching until you have that piece that you know what you need to know in order to help your child. Even if you don't end up with a formal diagnosis, you can always treat the symptoms until you have something more firm in place. We were really fortunate in that the same hospital where Zoe was born, there was a craniofacial team, and so we were able to see them within 24 hours. But a lot of parents don't have that blessing, and they look for months, and I would just encourage you to keep searching until you get the answers that give you peace. And so with that, you have learned a little bit more about cranio in under 10 minutes. If you are interested in learning a little bit more, please check out our website. It's craniofamilyblog.com. We have a little bit more about today's topic and all the videos that you've seen before. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.